So here's where you can really see the momentum shine. Roll into a ball here and you can go flying, and you can get even higher by just keep on doing this. Well, you couldn't see there because the bumper knocked me back, but whatever. But I'm gonna go on the bottom path to see what's happening here because I never really go on this path. Even though the higher paths are usually the ones with the most rewards. And it seems I've just found a hidden room with... oh, there's more. Thought it had nothing in it. Yeah, you want to be careful of these. They're gonna crush you. That's no fun. Okay, an extra life. That's pretty good. Oh god, and craziness happens. And sometimes you can get, like, past a spring. Then it'll just kind of trap you. These are kind of hard to get up. Especially one specifically later, but it's not too much of a hassle. Oh god, this is... oh, never mind. I thought that was a bottomless pit. I guess I was wrong. Okay. That was kind of cheap. I jumped into it and it didn't feel like dying. Oh, this is annoying whenever this happens. If you get stuck down here, you're gonna get hit by the spiked ball. If you jumped there, then you could have gotten some more rewards, but we're already at the end of the stage, so that's good. This I've heard is someone or some people's favorite level. I don't really see it. I think some of the enemies can be annoying. I think the platforming can be obnoxious, especially with all the springs, but that's kind of the idea. So we should... oh, I can't... I'm guessing I need to build up speed from this, but that's gonna take too much real effort. So crab meats, I don't think I commented on them. They're pretty easy. They just walk side to side and shoot a beam of power from their claws every so often. And sometimes you can get hit by trying to jump into them. By bypassing a hitbox. I don't think I can get up to there though. I'll try anyway though. Okay, yeah. I'm gonna stop now. You probably need a bit of momentum, just running start. Okay, this part can be a bit annoying, because if, if you have no rings like I didn't right there, then you can see why. But shouldn't be too hard. Red rings bounce you up really high, and red rings bounce you up pretty high, and the yellow springs only bounce you up so high. It's kind of disappointing. What is down here? Nothing but disappointment. Oh, actually no, there's some secret rings in here. That's good. All these enemies have pretty good animations, too. It's nice. And as you can see, there are enemies popping out of the badniks, as they're called, when you defeat them, because our enemy in this Eggman, or as he's known in America at this point, Dr. Robotnik, is powering his machinery with animals, and Sonic is not gonna have any of that. Excuse me again. Coughing like nothing else. But it is basically Sonic's duty to stop Robotnik. And, you know, in Marble Zone, I should have mentioned this, when you defeat a animal over lava, it just kind of walks away, so we're technically dooming the animal, which I did not know was in Sonic's code of conduct. So you get speed shoes here, which I did not mention. It lets you go at ridiculous speeds. It's very fun. And invincibility, that is pretty self-explanatory, but yeah, right here I believe you can get to a upper section with some more power-ups. Okay, apparently I was wrong. It might be fun to use momentum, but honestly in these sections it's probably best to stick to the platforms. You're gonna be missing a few rings, but it's safer. These are pretty slow, and I think that's why people say that this is partly Green Hill and partly Marble Zone. Because sometimes you go fast, sometimes you're waiting for a block. A la, Marble Zone. So here we are getting to, Robotnik's location. These are pretty slow as well. I usually try to speed across, but that ends up in me dying at least twice, which is not fun. This should be good, yes. This I've actually died quite many times because he destroys the platforms that you're currently on if he goes past you, and that's never a good time because sometimes you can't get away from this. So what I like to do is take out the left platform so I don't have an issue getting away from this fight, which usually works. Like so. He only took out, I think, 3 or 4 blocks, which is good. And now we can destroy another roboticizer and save multiple animals. I don't know how many he crams in there, but it just happens. And now we get more score. Labyrinth Zone, the slow-paced water level that no one likes, and I can see why. This is very slow-paced. Sonic cannot breathe underwater. He cannot actually swim either, which is, I believe the producer of this game is Yuji Naka, and obviously he did not do his biology homework, or animal science homework to be exact, because hedgehogs can swim, in fact. I do not know why he did not think that they couldn't, or did not think that they could. And also, these are drill burrs. If you watched Sonic the Hedgehog Adventures, then you would know this character. But, wait, I said drill burr, I'm sorry. I don't think that's his name, but I'm gonna call him that. The drill robot. He was featured in Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog as a main badnik on Robotnik's team, along with Scratch. Oh, his name's Grounder. Scratch and Grounder. But anyway, they're really annoying because sometimes you really can't see them, and they will blindside you. These are chompers. I don't think they home in on Sonic, they're just there. And that's never fun when you can't time these spike balls. So you have these bubbles in the ground, and basically your job is to get them every time you see them, or else Sonic's gonna drown eventually with the scariest music I probably heard as a kid. The drowning music in this game. I got shivers every time I heard it. So you want to be careful hitting that switch because you could land into the spikes. It's not insta-death, but it will definitely knock you down. Usually you can roll into grounders and they'll get taken. Also, these are spears that pop out of the ground just to be annoying. Actually, I want that bubble. Boy, I'm not having the best of runs, but then again, this is Labyrinth Zone. And this shows another gimmick of this entire level. basically there are water rising sections, and you need to keep up with them, and it's just slow platforming, and no one really enjoys that. Orbinauts, I believe this is the first time we are seeing them. They will throw all of their spiked orbs at Sonic in hopes to kill him, but usually he does not succeed. These things will shoot fireballs. In Sonic CD, there are a variation of these that shoot out water that does not hurt Sonic, it only pushes him back, which is kind of useless. These sections are always annoying because the boss of this entire zone will have a water rising section that will take advantage of spikes, like side spikes, that will disable you when you jump, which is annoying. Also, I don't really think it's much of a boss in the zone. It's more of just getting to the end without dying, but I'll get to that in that act. Now again, this will stop you from running because it wants you to, be careful of the grounders. That's another gimmick. Sometimes you will stumble upon a part of the stage that will rise into a thing of spikes. I don't know how that works, considering there's more weight on it with Sonic, but whatever. It's their game. Anyway, Orbinauts, after they send out all of their orbs, they're kind of useless, and usually just one roll into them will kill them when they're not shooting their orbs. I don't think that their orbs are really active until they send them out. That's another annoying thing. If the enemy is below you, sometimes when you're doing the bubble, Sonic will have some frames where he's not in a ball, and that's the only way he's going to be killing enemies. So I believe that this is a water rising section. No, it's not. Okay. I'm a liar, so do not listen to me for the next few seconds. Okay, those seconds are up because you want to hit that ring box right there, because that will open up a passage in the water. If you don't do that, then you're gonna have a bad time. Actually, no, I'll open up this door here. Sorry. Well, there was a door lowered, but whatever. You don't really need the air right there. Actually, you might. Oh, no, never mind. You don't. They'll give you air right here. I will be doing my best to not show off any of the drowning music. I'll definitely be getting hit by the looks of it, though. So you just... Okay, yeah. Sonic carries, as a momentum-based platformer, he does carry a lot of weight, and in the water, that weight is still active. And I don't want to lose that ring, because that will be a very valued part. Okay, now it's safe to jump. You really want to be careful with these, because these can really screw you up. There's a part in the game where you'll be... Oh, I think that you just heard the drowning music, the da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. That was a very bad singing, don't ever ask me to sing, but basically right there. Okay, see right there. Sonic thinks he's at the edge of the block, but he's not, so it's weird. Oh god. That's not good. I might actually die here, which would not be very good, so I don't want to. Okay, good. 4 rings. All you really need is 1 ring in this game. It's easy. Okay, and that is the end of Act 2 of Sonic 1. Or, not Sonic 1, blah. Act 2 of Labyrinth Zone. So now all we need to do is get through this. This series of 4 grounders can really be annoying. Okay, this is another gimmick of the zone. You'll be forced to deal with these falling sections, and what you want to do is hold backwards on your control stick or D-pad and then jump. If you try to hold forward and do it, then you're not going to be able to jumping that far, but if you hold the way Sonic is not facing, you'll be jumping a lot farther. I don't know how that works, but whatever. Oh, as you saw, the door opened right there, so you want to get to that by jumping, and good. Can't get to that right now. You definitely want to be careful here, because again, this is the act where you're gonna be dying. Because sometimes there are not any air bubbles for a while, and it's something that doesn't really happen too often, but it usually happens when I'm, like, gasping for air. A bubble will not spawn until you are already dead, and then it's kind of like a slap in the face. Well, right now they're pretty plentiful, which is good. I'm not complaining. Hopefully I can finish this, act up, because then I can end the session, and I will probably take a break, get a glass of water, possibly eat some breakfast. I don't know. Okay, me jumping around like an idiot is not the best strategy, but then it'll save you from stupid spikes like that. Okay, there are rings down there, you can get them if you want. I don't think that they're really in your path, though. Yeah, you want to be careful here. Oh, this is not a required area, but you can get invincibility, which is always nice. Here's the way you want to go, I think. No, I lied. I don't really remember the zone that much. Oh, here it is. You want that invincibility to get to there. Unless you want a bad time trying to get past those spikes. Then again, you could look down by doing this, or look up. But no one really likes to do that, honestly. More invincibility is always good. I'm not sure if you can drown while invincible, so just try to do it anyway. Another checkpoint, which is always good. This part will give you trouble if you do not have the invincibility. And honestly, I should have probably grabbed those air bubbles. No, never mind again. Okay, I guess I was wrong when I said that they're few and far between. Because, they're pretty plentiful right now, at least. Okay, you want to be careful right here, because you can fall down like so. Which is never good. You definitely want to refill on air when you can. Especially when they just give it to you like that. So this is a section you really want good timing with. This actually reminds me of what they show in Super Mario Maker, where they have multiple fire bars active right next to each other. Okay, this is drowning. You can just get air, though. And that's what I mean by a few close calls. The switch will make this conveyor belt go backwards, and that is good, because that's how you progress. Just roll under these drill burrs and you'll have a decently good time. I think nope. Okay, you want to get this checkpoint. Basically what you want to do is not fail like that. That's bad. It will come back down. You want to okay, yeah. It should come back down when I'm standing here. No, it's not gonna, because it's a jerk. When you're here, it'll come back down. Hopefully. Yes. So if you stay right here, it'll rise again when you jump, so you really can't just camp. But this is what I mean by a water rising sequence. I don't think it's coming up anymore, but... Oh yeah, it is. I'm just too fast for it. Oh no, never mind, it stops. To wait for Sonic, I guess? I don't know why. You can get a shield here, which is pretty useful, because this next section is the Robotnik section. These fireballs will give you hell, same thing with the spears, like that, because you really gotta have good control of jumps here. Or else that will happen. That's never good. I'll probably actually die here, first death. But I mean, you really can't blame me, this part is pretty difficult. This is the more annoying boss fight, which is funny, because this really isn't a boss fight. You're not fighting Robotnik, you're fighting against this level. Fighting to not die from the water. Come on. Sonic, aw, oh, man. At least he died from fire and not... Wow, 6 minutes on this level. That's pretty bad, actually. Oh, crap. Oh, yeah, the extra minute or so probably came from me sucking. Oh, crap. Whoops, my phone went off, and... Whoops. Okay. Well, if I can do this with some skill this time, that would be fantastic, game. Yeah, this section's annoying. They don't really give you a lot of rings. Actually, I'm not sure if I've seen a ring yet. Past that checkpoint. But yeah, and except for this shield, but it's really not a ring. You can hit Robotnik, but it really doesn't matter because he's trying to run away anyway. You want to be slow in this to time your jumps, but you also don't because, you know, you're trying to chase Robotnik and run away from water. Sonic does not know how to swim. And then when the water kicks in, your jump is slow, and honestly, probably easier to control, but I mean, you've gotta choose, like, easier control or faster. Okay, that's it for this level. You just hit him once, pretty much. I'm not sure if you can get hurt by, like, walking into him. I don't think you really can walk into him, though. So, that is Labyrinth Zone. I'm pretty sure the next zone is Starlight, which is most people's favorite zone.